Hello, Soul Tribe family. How are you? Happy Sunday. I'm just doing a quick video because I received a text from my soul sister Francine regarding an incident that has been reported by many people who live in North Carolina, specifically about an incident that happened approximately 5 a.m. this morning in the skies over North Carolina. There have been multiple reports on TikTok, and I'm not on TikTok, so my soul sister Francine sent me this couple of videos. And in these videos, people showed pictures of this bright white light. Actually, it's more than white. It's a bright streak of light. And people say it lit up the whole sky. Then it appeared to be a humongous, and they said it was the most humongous plane they've ever seen. All of a sudden, appeared this huge light, this bright light. Then there was like a trail, like it looked like a laser of white light. And then appeared out of nowhere the biggest plane they've ever seen. They said it was absolutely humongous. And they said, now listen to this part, that there was absolutely no sound. No sound. So, I ask you, what plane that you know creates no sound? That creates a very bright light, so bright that it makes people look up, and also creates laser streaks. Now, we all know that a lot of the extraterrestrial and highly advanced spacecraft, they have cloaking devices. We know that these cloaking devices can make them look translucent, so they're just invisible, or they can make themselves look like clouds or airplanes. This has been reported before. So Soul Tribe family, my question, and I was going to do a quick spread and then send it to my soul sister, but I said, you know what? This is a question that's going around social media. Everyone's talking about it this morning. It's trending on TikTok, so why not just make a quick video and upload it? Because I believe other people, even if you're not in the North Carolina area, other people would be interested in this topic. So let's ask. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, these reports about this unusual sighting over the skies of North Carolina this morning around 5 a.m. Was it actually an extraterrestrial, whoops, I'm going to have to pick those up. That was a false shuffle. We have to do a reshuffle. False shuffle. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua. Was that craft and those lights that appeared, I should have said that airplane, that humongous airplane that all of a sudden appeared with no sound, that created unusual streaks of bright lights, that appeared over the skies of North Carolina, in which many people reported on TikTok and other social media platforms as appearing very unusual. Was it indeed an extraterrestrial and or an advanced spacecraft cloaking itself to appear like a gigantic airplane? Yes or no, Lord God, as well as providing any additional insights or information that will bring clarity and understanding to this question, Lord God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, the Christ. Now, one card flew out. When one or a couple cards fly out during the spread after you've asked the question, those are indeed cards you need to pick up because it has very important information. However, if there's like a misshuffle like what happened at the beginning, then no, you don't pick that up. Now, that's very interesting. the King of Wands. So there was some sort of military leader on that. I think there was a bigwig, an absolute bigwig on that plane. Okay, I might have to, the lights aren't that great. I'm going to have to add some more lighting so you can see. This was probably present itself a little bit. Can you see it now? I'm using the gold cards. This is the King of Wands. It's very flashy. I don't know if you can see it. This fell out. So what I'm getting with this is that there was definitely humans on that plane. And I'm not getting it was a plane. I'm getting it was a craft. And yeah, there was somebody really, really like a high-ranking official on that. And I almost feel it was somebody that was in charge of the whole, like a big white hat commander. And I'm getting they wanted to find out what was going on in North Carolina, specifically. Okay, but let's pick a few more. Wow. Very, very interesting read. Okay. So, what I'm getting is that definitely was not an airplane. Okay. I'm getting that it was a captured extraterrestrial craft that was being, I'm getting that there was kind of like when you watched Star Trek, when there was the different spacecrafts have the ability to like use some kind of like a laser net, and if it strikes a ship, it could like wrap around the ship and make the ship come towards it. So I'm getting it was some kind of laser net that a galactic ship, an alliance ship, used. And it's basically when this is shot out, it's like the only way I can describe it, it's like a net in which once it surrounds a spacecraft, it's like a net, and it will draw the net, will draw the ship. In other words, it captured the ship. So it's some kind of device where if it is shot towards a ship, it basically makes the ship useless. It disengages all of the commands. It takes off the power of the ship. So basically it turns the ship off and makes the ship without power, and it takes control of the ship, and it's like a magnet, and the ship is under the control, and it will draw the ship closer. So it's like a big magnet. It's like, kind of like, when there's a frog and it wants to get a fly, it will make its tongue shoot out really long, and it will stick to the fly and suck it back in. That's what I'm getting. All right? It's a laser, and it's like a net that wraps itself around the enemy ship, and then it destabilizes it, and then it will bring the enemy ship to their ship so they can take over and commandeer the ship. So basically they were commandeering an enemy ship. Wow. Wow, wow. Very interesting. This was definitely an alliance operation. And I'm getting that because there was definitely a war going on there, and there was a lot of loss, demonic loss. Okay? I'm also getting to that the ship was there because there's going to be some turning of events in North Carolina, okay? Because it's been under the rule of the demonic darks for way, way too long, okay? And it's gone from dark to light, okay? So, that was an authentic ship, and it was holding a very, very dark higher up. I'm getting an intergalactic, extraterrestrial, reptoid, yeah, I'm getting it was a reptilian on there, one of the head honchos of the dark, okay? All right, so what they did is they used a tractor beam. I guess it's called like a tractor beam. I guess that's what they called it back when, yeah, I think that's what they called it in Star Trek, some kind of tractor beam. They did it. It was an enemy ship. They commandeered it by using the tractor beam. They destabilized the ship, took over it, and drew it towards them and commandeered it. So that was the light, the streak of light. And they cloaked both their ship and the enemy ship. Specifically, their ship was cloaked. They were completely cloaked, so it was invisible. The lights that people saw were the actual laser lights. Those were the tractor beams to magnetize the ship and draw the ship closer to them. It moved the ship closer to them. And it was not an airplane at all. It was a huge dark hat reptilian ship that was evil beings, and they cloaked it to make it look like a huge airplane so people would not be scared. Okay? I'm getting that there's been a lot of alliance work and help and assistance over North Carolina. And what's happening in North Carolina, the dark hats suffered a lot of loss. We all know there's been a lot of loss for good people and bad people. But however, they're walking away from the dark, and it's going from this, which is the dark, to the light. And as much as many good and innocent people have lost their lives, homes, belongings, everything, pets, and there's been tragic, tragic loss, the silver lining in it, if there is that the dark are the ones who suffered lots and lots. There's been a lot of dark practices and things in North Carolina that people have not known about. It's been hidden in plain sight, and they've needed to get rid of it. Okay, Soul Tribe family, very interesting read. Also, I've put together my classes. If you're interested and you haven't already sent me an email, send my assistant Paula an email. My email is soultherapywithlady@gmail.com. I did do a community post on this YouTube channel this morning with information. And if you're interested specifically, so you can see the community post on my channel, it has all the information. I took screenshots of the actual links and all the info. All right, Soul Tribe family, and that will start the next week, Tuesday, October 29th. I can't believe it's the end of October already. So if you're interested and you haven't already emailed me, please email Paula, soultherapywithlady@gmail.com. Again, the first class starts next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be 2-hour classes. They're group classes, 8 to 10 p.m., lots of group practicing, and let's face it, this is not a fundamentals of spirituality class. You guys know your stuff. You're all intuitive empaths. You all know the basics. These are hands-on classes, so I can do a very brief lecture. We do an exercise at the beginning, and then the majority of the class is you guys in different individual Zoom breakout rooms, practicing spirituality, practicing intuitive, doing spiritual practices on each other, doing group sessions, and practicing your intuition and your psychic gifts. All right, Soul Tribe family, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I love you. God bless you. Bye.